Hello everyone! I know this video is a long time coming and I'm really sorry about that. This video is the first part of my little series about stamping, and in this video I want to tell you about different stampers and stamping polishers. So the very first stampers I got when I first started stamping were the pink coconut ones. I didn't really know much about stamping, and at the time there weren't much to choose from either. I really don't like them though. They are hard, really firm, difficult to use, you really have to press down. Really don't like them. They kind of hurt my nails because you have to press so hard to even get the image on the nail. Don't like them, don't recommend them. The second stamper I got was the MoreThanNailVarnish rectangular sticky stamper. It was definitely an upgrade from the coconut ones, and it became one of my favorites for the longest time. The stickiness of it really helps when it comes to picking up the images. It's so soft and squishy. This is the stamper I would recommend for beginners. It really is the perfect one. It works with different stamping polishes, with difficult stamping plates. It is one of the best stampers I've used, so I highly recommend it. Marshmallow sticky stamper from MoreThanNailVarnish. Since the other one is perfect for smaller nails because of its size, this one is perfect for long nails in general because of its size. It's still sticky, it's still really squishy, it's perfect for someone who is starting off or hasn't been doing stamping for a very long time, and wants a stamper that works with most polishes and stamping plates. Now let's talk about clear stampers. I absolutely love them. They are the best. It can't get any better from you actually seeing the image you stamp on your nail. It's like taking your stamping to another level. Love them. The first clear stamper I got was from British Store. That was years ago, and I don't think they sell this one anymore, unfortunately. Although now I do have different clear stampers that I prefer more than this one. But yeah, when it comes to clear stampers, you really have to find one that works for you, because with clear stampers, some of them don't really work too well with certain stamping polishes and with certain stamping plates. So it really is about trial and error, finding what really works with most things you do have. When it comes to clear stampers, MoreThanNailVarnish Crystal Clear Stamper is definitely my favorite one right now. I use it most of the time when I do stamping. I love its size, I love how it works with most of the polishes and stamping plates I have. It really is a great clear stamper. It is not the cheapest one, but it's not really expensive either. It has a nice size. I do recommend this one. Another clear stamper I really like is the dual stamper from British Store. It's clear stamper and non-clear stamper in one. The clear stamper is really nice. It's really big, it's really squishy, it works well with most things I have. And the non-clear one is kind of sticky. Perhaps not my most favorite one when it comes to non-clear stampers, but it's good nonetheless. And on a price wise, this stamper is on the cheaper side, and it has some bling at the end as well. Like, you know, who doesn't like a little bit of bling? Most of us do. Lastly, I want to share with you this clear jelly stamper from British Store. However, this one is a little bit different. As you can see, it's sparkly. Yes, it's holographic. And in my opinion, it's definitely not really beginner friendly because of it being holographic. Even I, who's been doing stamping for some time now and considers myself to be kind of good at it, struggles with this stamper because it's hard to see the image from the other side because of how sparkly it is, how holographic it is. It is really pretty to look at, but it's definitely not a stamper I recommend for a beginner, basically. It's pretty to look at, but because of how hard it is to see through, it takes time to get used to it and get used to working with it. Let's talk about stamping polishes now. Stamping polish is like regular polish, however, it's usually a little thicker than a regular polish. and it dries faster as well, which makes doing the nail art easier. You don't have to wait too long for design to dry. There are lots of different companies out there to choose from, different price ranges, etc, etc. I personally really like MoreThanNailVarnish stamping polishes. They are one of my favorites. I have lots of different colors from that company. I really like the consistency of the stamping polish. It's on the thicker side and it makes stamping easier, and the design is more opaque because of that. Although they do smell. I guess the smell is rather strong. However, once you use them long enough, you kind of get used to the smell. So it's not that bad. My next favorite would be British Store stamping polishes. I really like their black stamping polish. It's what I use nowadays all the time when I do my stamping. When it comes to stamping polishes, there are differences between consistency. Some of them are rather thick, like MoreThanNailVarnish stamping polishes, and some are on the more thin side. For example, the bascially stamping polishes are more on the thin side, and that plays a role in stamping. For example, with thinner stamping polishes, the image doesn't transfer very opaque. It stays more on the light side. As you can see, for an example, we have British Store stamping polishes and the bottle stamping polishes, which are more on the thin side compared to British Store ones. And the difference isn't too big, but you can see it. When it comes to stamping polishes, it really is about finding the ones that work the best for you. I'm not saying the thin ones don't work, they work, but with the thin stamping polishes, sometimes they don't necessarily work with all of the stampers and stamping plates. The thicker the stamping polish, the better the image will transfer. Of course, if the plate is good, then even a thin stamping polish can work well. And with a good sticky stamper, that's not going to be a problem. And this is the end for the first episode of this series about stamping I'm doing. I hope it's been somewhat helpful for you, and if you have any other questions when it comes to stamping, leave them down in the comments below, and I'll gladly answer them as best as I can. Thanks for tuning in, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye!